I'm slightly early, but that's okay because, as y'all know, I don't know how my husband gets something gooey all over the remote control every time I pick it up. Um, but as y'all know, I don't like to be late, number one. Number two, it takes me a minute to get the thing on the television so that Mama and I can read it together rather than just me trying to finagle with the tablet because sometimes that don't work out so great. Um, so yeah, we'll just get ourselves all in order here. Oh, there we go. There's my alarm. Hot diggity dog. Everybody have their St. Patrick's Day meal yet? Or we didn't really have. Well, hey, Jeff. Jeff, your dog, Maxie Doodle. Maxie Doodle was having a hissy fit today. My neighbor was getting her house painted. And apparently, those people were not supposed to be anywhere on her block. Um, you're wearing green pants. Well, this is about as green as I got. I was looking at my wardrobe, and I don't really own a lot of green, to be quite honest. Um, I, I don't know. I got green eyes. I got found my green glasses. Got green fingernails. That's about the bestest I can do today. Anybody don't like that? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but that's it. That's it for my grand green foray, shall we say? Uh, it would be nice to have, something for every occasion, but I just don't. And that's okay. I think it's okay. I don't need more clothes, you know what I mean? So, okay, I know we're not bombarded with people right this second, but y'all y'all ever see these coin things? Well, you get them at the Dollar Tree. Uh and I want to know what people do with them after the holiday because if they just throw them in the trash, that's bad. Give them to some children. Let the little children use them like money and oh, green tie dye, that would be nice. Oh, hey Mason, Allie, Mason, y'all, don't forget about Thursday night. Yes, it was cold here today too, Jeff. And I know Allie probably got a little chilly, and
No, I
Scott
did.
escaping the suburbs, a little chilly down that way too. Josh Nana's just fine. She's sitting right here. But y'all, if you have these, if they used them at the Moose Lodge to decorate, whatever, collect them up and share them with a child. I just think that's so
He
much
loves to
better than
play
throwing them
soft with
away.
them.
Yeah, there's all kind of little games they can play with them.
Hey, Allie.
Um, but yeah, so we finished book club as far as Nana reading the book. Okay, so now if you're on your own, if you want to listen to her or finish reading yourself, but we will, Nana and I will both be on here Thursday night, this coming Thursday night, the 19th at 8 o'clock to do book club.
Which we have no idea how to do.
Um, oh, see, my husband came home and wanted to know if I was sick. I said, no, I'm not sick. He said, well, them people at work are sick. Now, he hadn't been to work for 4 days. I'm like, do not bring that mess in here. I think sometimes we go out and about. Okie, you were just out in Texas, so you may have caught a little bug or a little germ. Um, so yeah,
We get immune system.
you gotta be careful going out in public, being around other people. Yeah, Liz, hey, and Okie, uh, your daughter's amazing. She gets right in there and just does what she wants done. I love that. Glenn, good evening, Glenn. Hadn't seen you lately. Or did I see you last week and just pure forgot? That's a high possibility. Y'all, you don't know how long I had to search for these green glasses because I put them away after Christmas, not thinking about St. Patrick's Day. Hey, local. The okay, I do actually have some stuff to talk about tonight. Um, I got this book. A friend of mine, Lucy, she sent it to me, and it's "I Want to Hear Your Story" is the book, and there's a dad one and there's a mom one, and it's got all kinds of questions in it, and you're supposed to fill out the answers. Well, I can't fill out the answers on this one because this one's about a dad. So my dad has gone. Uh, but I started thinking about it, and while I can do the math, and find out, figure out how old something is or what have you, a lot of it, oh, see, Okie, that's so good that you had your daughter learn how to do all that stuff right off the bat. That's wonderful. Changing the oil, checking the oil, making sure they know which kind of gasoline to put in the thing. I had a friend of mine whose daughter put in the wrong kind of gas in their car and ruined it. Have fun in nature. I'm doing well. My husband cooked dinner and Mama folded laundry. So, ching ching, ching ching for me. Um, but I ate dinner and I did put the clothes in the room where they go. But back to my book. Okay, so this thing wanted to know about this book that I'm looking through. How old your parents were when you were born? Well, I did the math. Mama was 24, my daddy was 24. But then I started thinking, well, I don't remember how old I was when my children were born. Well, I was 32 and 35. I was old. I don't think of myself as old at that time, but yes, Joshua, I did see, and Mother's right here, and she's reading it too. Uh, so yeah, we're paying attention, Josh. The but I thought I've got maybe I ought to fill this thing out, and what were my first words? I have absolutely no idea. Mother, do you remember what my first word was? See, it's just who knows. That's just some of that history that's gone forever. Oh, Mother. Okay, here's a good one for Mother. How did your parents describe what you were like when you were a baby? Well, first of all, most people don't ask their parents about that. Not that
You
I'm
didn't
aware of.
sleep.
No, I did not sleep. That has run through. That is a common thread throughout my entire life. Hey, Nicole.
And you were a firecracker.
A firecracker? You were 18? You were 18 when you had your babies? I often think that there's such a difference between having children when you're very young versus having them when you're much older. Um, Not either one
Oh,
better than the other, just they're very different. Well, CL, you have your St. Patrick's Day dinner and enjoy it.
hmm.
Okay, Jeff, you had yours in your early 20s.
I guess they do something
Um,
different at all the Disneys.
yeah, Josh, we've never been to Tokyo. And like I said before, I can't do all the lights that Disney does at night. It hurts my eyes. Matthew, hello and welcome. Your first word was trust fund. Well, I would have liked a trust fund, but didn't get that. So, Dana, you and Glenn were both 34 and 36. Okay, see, y'all were up there with me in the categories of uh, giving yourself plenty of time to decide whether or not you wanted children. I mean, I always wanted children. That was not a question.
Why would you shut down?
Okay, Glenn, I don't remember this, but my mom says I told my grade primary class that my mom was 16 and my dad was 50. Well, were they? I had a friend of mine many years ago, and his mother was 18 and his father was 99.
That sounds suspicious.
A little strange, a little different. Okay, so Allie, you were like me. You had your boy when you were 35.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, girl, Lori, you've got. I, for some reason, thought you only had 2 girls, but you have 2 girls and a boy. Do you have more than that? And Scott has a whole herd. I don't mean that badly, Scott.
That's fun.
And like my sister, she did not want children, so they did not have children. One and done, that's perfectly fine. Oh, you have 3 girls. Okay. And Daniel, you have a fabulous partner, so you don't need kids and you don't need pets. I tell you what, having a pet is a full-time job.
It's limiting, too.
Well, Matthew, can please get a shot? I do not know what you're talking about, but so we saw that in the United States, at any rate, another cold blast just went all over everybody, and that can be so
Very
depressing.
disconcerting.
It can just be depressing.
You're outdoors.
Hello, Krista and Dana. How are y'all tonight? Real outdoor living. Oh,
Hey,
mercy.
Matthew.
You got 2 German Shepherd puppies? Oh, my word. That'll be a hoot. Yeah, I don't know how old my son's cat is. We think she's 4, but we don't really know. Oh, okay, Shamrock Shakes. I didn't even think about Shamrock Shakes this year. I wonder if, Real Outdoor Living, you did not have to do that. Bless your hearts, and I thank you very much.
I thought about it, but I didn't say anything because I knew you wouldn't do it. Shout out to Matthew.
Hello, Matthew, again. You must put have fun in nature. You must put the puppy videos on. We love the puppy videos. Yes, Real Outdoor. Jeff, Real Outdoor Living, as you well know, is just a fabulous channel. They're so kind to so many different people. I can barely get through headlights and driving, Josh, if you want to know the truth. I can't do a whole bunch of blinky lights.
Dana, the cookie mom.
Yeah, Dana and all those cookies. Lord have mercy, I couldn't live with you, woman. I'd be bigger than your house. That's just the simple truth of it. Glenn, I appreciate that, honey. I do, because I didn't know what that man was talking about.
Puppies.
Oh, how many popsicle sticks did I paint? Well, there's 48 in a package, and I did 5 packages.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lori, you are... That is just too terribly kind. I appreciate you, and thank you so very much. I do appreciate that. The whole thing with monetization, I would not have been able to do any of the getting it all together without Krista from Real Outdoor Living. She was phenomenal in helping and doing so much, just so much for me and helping me through it all. Real Outdoor Living, the Shamrock Shakes. See, my sister and I would go for convenience, and we go to McDonald's where they have the Shamrock Shakes. But, they're not as good as they used to be.
And their ice cream's not real ice cream.
It's not real ice cream. And I really do prefer real ice cream. Yeah.
And a lot of it.
Hello, Reverend. How you doing? Now I love peppermint ice cream, and I love what's that one that's green? What do they call it? The children used to get it all the time. It's the green with the chocolate chips.
Mint
Chocolate chip. I like that kind too.
I really don't turn up my nose at ice cream, period.
Very good, Daniel. I'm glad you did that. Yes, mint chocolate chip. See, if I was going to do some, I'd be sending my son to the store for that. Pearlman! Pearlman, are you working?
It's a
Your
holiday.
wife in there making them cookies? Dana, you making them cookies?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry you're having gut issues. You know something.
I'm
You're home.
For goodness sake.
I'm shocked.
I may faint.
You should have forewarned him. I'm gonna have heart palpitations.
Is he sick enough to be home, or just
That's true.
off?
Or did you play hooky today? I think that when well, Josh, that sounds like a good thing, but it's just not something that I'm going to go to. Oh, you're going. Oh, yeah, Teacher Appreciation Week. You know, that'll wear you out. You do know that, right? I know you like doing it. Tiny, hey, how are you? This is your one day off, and this is what you're doing. Pearlman, we got to get you some happy activities. Not that I don't appreciate you being here, because I greatly do. Hey, Stink Bug, how you doing? Hey, Philip, hello. How are you? Welcome in. Lala the High, hey. Yes, if you want to see some pretty cookies, that woman knows how to make some pretty cookies. And I bet they taste phenomenal. Now, we'll have to get our in-house tester.
Here.
Nicole, them puppies was beautiful last night. Pearlman, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, dear.
I'm so sorry. I don't like a funeral at all, but in bad weather, I really don't like it. And I'm sorry for your loss. Nana has been in a number of parades, Josh. A number of parades.
But I don't want to be anymore.
So did Real Outdoor Living, did Dana ever get that thing put together that he was working on cleaning up today? I was like, he lost me. I don't know. I mean, I watched, but I have no idea what he was doing.
La the high vibe.
Oh, I would love for you to bring cookies. Okay, I don't care what kind of cookie you bring, but I will tell you, not that you have asked, but my favorite cookie, I really like a good chocolate chip, like the ones you made the other day, but I also like a simple shortbread cookie. Oh, okay, he's going. Yes, I said hello already.
Okay.
Now Mother made me lose my spot because she's a bossing me again.
You were talking about the shortbread cookies.
No, I was going on from there. Oh, okay. I am in Sebastian, Florida, which I just drove through Ocala last weekend, week before. Yeah. Which is on the East Coast. Oh, macadamia nuts. I love macadamia nuts, but they're expensive. Okay, an oatmeal Scotty is a Scottish cookie is very nice. Yes. Yes, the butter shortbread cookie are my personal favorite. I love real butter. I, honest to Pete, can just eat real butter. I mean, yeah. I love it. Yeah. Now I also, Jeff, have you ever made real ice cream? I love making real ice cream. My husband bought me this little handy dandy. It's small. It only makes, I mean, it just barely makes one of them Ben and Jerry size ice cream things, but you can make ice cream. Oh, a brown butter pecan cookie. Yes, that sounds delightful. But Jeff, yeah, I got that little old bit, and you put the cylinder in the freezer, and then you put your ingredients in it when you take it out of the freezer, and it mixes it all up, makes your ice cream.
Oh dear Gussie.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Okie. Did you know
Okie's
your pupils
great.
are the last part to stop working when you die? They dilate.
He needs to share his joke book with
Yeah, do you
with
have a
Emma.
joke book? Because what you need to do truthfully, you need to write all these down and write yourself a joke book. You could make millions.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, I can see where you could make ice cream in a coffee can. I have never done that. Have you ever done that, Mama?
No, but I've made a like a cake thing in a coffee can, and that they had that rage going
Yes,
on.
Daniel, they got sugar-free everything anymore. Doesn't mean that it's low carbohydrate. It just means it's sugar-free. Real outdoor, yes. A peanut butter cookie, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of peanut butter, and an egg. It makes a good cookie. It really does.
Little
Very
Debbie used to
peanut
make
buttery.
that powdered sugar and peanut butter, that roll that she did.
It was used potatoes.
Huh?
You used potatoes in it.
I didn't know that.
The oh, you should. You should keep a notepad of your jokes because seriously, I mean, my grandbaby loves. She loves some of these high class jokes that you have. We got the blanket out today. This one, cause you know who Maxie Doodle was acting the fool, wanting all the blankets.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes, Glenn, it is healthier than the artificial stuff. But Daniel is a severe diabetic and he has to be very careful about his sugar intake and messing with his insulin.
And the carbs.
Now, Tiny and Jeff, y'all got to work out your differences, children.
Okay.
I thought your daughter was funny. Now, I haven't really seen enough of your son to get a good feel of whether or not he got your sense of humor. But she definitely did.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so let's hear.
That'd
You
be a
take and
homemade
mix the
version.
ingredients in a smaller coffee can and take the larger coffee can and put the layers of ice and salt and mix them around. Oh, that would be easy enough to do, wouldn't it? And you could let children just roll that puppy around.
Well, that's what that little thing did that...
Yeah, she really, Okie, your daughter really is funny. Oh,
dear.
Real Outdoor, I know you are a busy people. Y'all, I'm just appreciative of the fact that you came and said hello, and my stars and garters, you did not have to be as generous as you were. That is so kind.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, so is your son a fireman, Okie? I don't know if I knew that. We used to make ice cream at my grandmother's house, and they had the churn, this kind, which was, oh, mercy. And then when they got the electric kind, oh, we thought that was just, we were in hog heaven.
High cotton.
We've got one of those, too. Oh, I do love, Jeff, I love a Slurpee.
Oh, paramedic. Wow.
Oh, that's fabulous.
He's very skilled.
All of, Okie, your firefighter paramedic son, okay, now I see why you have the shift thing going. Here in Indian River County, where we live, you have to be a paramedic and a firefighter to work on one of the big rig things.
That's my favorite, oatmeal raisin. Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
Daniel, I knew you were a volunteer firefighter. I have a cousin who is a firefighter and quite a few friends, but now they've all retired because, we're old.
Ain't that just astounding to me? I'm not that old.
Oh well, see, I tell my husband I can take care of the body, so he needs to behave. He needs to walk the line.
Hey, big
I,
dreams.
I think Okie that I think he wants to keep you around. I think he kind of likes you a little bit.
Big dreams says, hey.
I can read some of it, yes. Uh, Courtney, what were y'all doing with all them boxes today? Big Dreams is Courtney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mason, the hand churning ice cream. Oh, it would wear you out.
And you think it's not never gonna get done?
The when
Oh no, I can't do that.
oh no, Nana doesn't do any of that kind of stuff anymore. She basically just reads her book, volunteers at the church, and
Unloads dishwasher, folds
unloads the
clothes,
dishwasher, folds clothes,
and
and
picks up
goes
the mess.
grocery shopping. Those are her chores. Oh, okay. So you weren't keeping the box. I was wondering why you had all them boxes. Well, you go do your snuggling. That'd be good. Tiny sweet dreams. We well see,
Well, I'm
okay,
told.
your wife must just love you to death. My poor husband, he had to go to work today. He'd been off for 4 days. And then when he has to go back to work, he don't like it. And he had to take my car, my Explorer, to the dealership today. Because the check engine light's on. Well, it don't even have 30,000 miles on the thing. And he was livid because they told him it'd be $700 to fix whatever it was. Well, he went online and found the problem and found the part, and for $65 he can fix it himself.
Knock knock.
Jeff, I go on there and look at you. You're fine. You're single and fancy free. Well, Mama's single and fancy free, but she's not allowed to pick
And
another
she's
one.
gonna stay that way.
Yeah, she got to stay that way. So now y'all don't forget Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, book review. We may make it a little tea party. Yeah, we may make it a little tea party to review our book.
I didn't know Jeff was diabetic.
Oh, okay, Jeff. You're diabetic too. Are you type 1 or type 2? I would think that you must be type 2. Most people who are diabetic are type 2. Well, see, Glenn, it's good that you know your jobs and your rewards for your jobs. The rewards for our jobs are nil and void. We don't have any rewards. Hey, did y'all all have a nice St. Patrick's Day meal today? Laura, you don't have to finish. We can tell you the ending. Oh, so this is like your anniversary of meeting each other. That's sweet. Happy anniversary. I totally and completely forgot about buying a corned beef, and so we didn't have one. But I do like corned beef. But we had pork chops. And they were delicious. My husband made them. Yeah, I kind of go visiting people throughout the course of a day. Uh, it's it takes the place of television. And when I get hot outside, I come and take a look at it. And oh, I love Salisbury steak. Daniel, that's one of my personal favorite foods with gravy. I like it with the gravy. Um, Mike, how you doing? But I totally and completely forgot to buy. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll wait for it to go on sale because that corned beef's gonna go on sale, and I'll buy it then, and then we can just have a belated uh, celebration. My brother-in-law, who is very Irish, he was not born in Ireland, but all of his people were his mother and his father and everything, and he did a corned beef today. I did not get an invitation to their home for dinner, which I am going to have to speak to him about because I called him the other day because we got a new restaurant, bar, and grill in town. Well, it's really an old one that somebody has bought and redone, but it's an Irish pub. He said he'd have to go check that out. Mike, are you in your camper? Because it's a little nippy up there right now. Okay, so it got a little nippy here. I'm not saying cold, just a little nippy for us. No snow, no freeze. Oh, good, Mike. So you're with the puppies. Excellent. But for us, it was a little chilly out there, and it was wet and overcast all day long. So I was like, I am not going to go out there and get all wet and cold. Mm-mm. So basically, Mama and I stayed in the house all day. I wanted to watch one of my favorite movies, which is called The Quiet Man with John Wayne. It's set in Ireland. I couldn't find it for free on the TV. Okay, so it's going to be 35 there tonight. We're going up to North Florida, just north of Ocala, in fact, this weekend. But I think it's supposed to be warmed back up by then. Yes, Allie, it rained. It rained and rained. I bet you we got, 3 or 4 inches?
I didn't check the thing, but I will.
Oh, good Lord. Did you know that French fries weren't cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece. Does anybody want to guess who put that in there? Thank you, Okie. That's another good one. Mother loves your humor.
Oh, I can't. That's because it's so much like your daddy's was. He was such a cornball. Lord. Oh my goodness! I hope it didn't do any damage.
The wind was whipping. Okay, JB, you're in Central Florida. My son is not home from work yet, and that's where he works.
That worries me when it's this late.
Yeah, we didn't have any branches, but you know the little thingamabobbers that come out of the oak tree. Oh Lord, our vehicles are all covered in them, except for the Mustang, because the Mustang has its blanket on. Baritone, hello, how are you, and welcome. The Mustang has its own little blankie, and so he covers that up when we get home after it's cooled off.
Avon Park, I know.
Yes, I've been to Avon Park a number of times. They've got some nice shopping in that area.
I went to Williams Camp at Avon Park, where the people used to train for the military. Had fun.
That was back in what, 1902?
Oh my God. No, it was 19. Early 1950s.
Might as well say 1902. Hey, Hen, how are them little chicks doing? You got them in some ICU units. Yes, the bombing range. Which, that is what my brother-in-law used to do. He used to be Explosive Ordnance Division. That's what
Demolition.
He would blow things. It's Explosive Ordnance Division. He would blow things.
Demolition.
No.
Okay.
And so he would blow things up when he was in the Air Force. And then even when he got out, he worked for subcontractors.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, thank you so much, Carolina Country Homes. I haven't seen you in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes your feeds don't show you all your people. And so you got to go through and specifically visit. And that can be a bit difficult sometimes. But I'm so happy to see you here. The Avon Park area. If you haven't been there lately, Okie, you would be shocked, stunned, and amazed at all of the building and all of the people. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, Hen. Spring has, it's kind of rolling in, and then it's backing off, and then it rolls in, and then it backs off, and there was somebody. Oh, it was my cousin. She's in North Florida, and she said they've had every season in the last day. She said it hit every one of them. Oh, okay, Mike. I'll have to try that. Just learned something new on my laptop. If you use the circle symbol, it brings up people's names so much easier to say hi. Okay.
Excellent.
I'll have to try that. Okay, Carolina Country, you've been so busy. Oh, yeah. Well, I can understand the fasting from the internet, the cell phone, and only using it intermittently. Sometimes I do think that people need to back off and let their mind, body, and spirit get more in sync to the reality of life. Not that this isn't real. It is real. But it can be addictive for some personalities, and they need to just kind of back off. Not saying that you are, but also, sometimes you need to put it down and pay attention to the people who are around you. And not have it at the dinner table and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, you've been filling up them raised beds. That can be costly. That can be very costly. You know, Hen, it was 89 here the other day. It was hot. I was drippy. It was, and then this morning it wasn't. I don't think it was 30. I don't think it got that cold here. But yeah, I don't know, the weather is weird this year so far. Yes, Hen, it is costly and time consuming trying to get those raised beds taken care of. Okay, here we go. Opie's got us another one. I asked the doctor at the ER if I could do my own stitches. He said, suit yourself. Okay.
Tell him I'm rolling my eyes.
We're going to put Okie on the road. You could be the next Jeff Foxworthy. And he's a wealthy man. And you haven't really missed much. Life is going on all around us. We can't keep up with everything. Oh, yeah, you've got a camper you're working on? We have a camper that we're going to try to take out this summer somewhere. I don't know where we're going. Yes. Mother, did you know that Oakie's name is Jason.
I did not, but that's a pretty name.
It is a pretty name. Tip your server, you'll be here all week. You know, that brings up another subject, Okie. People who don't tip their servers. We went out to eat the other day, and this couple, I don't know what they got to eat. It doesn't really matter what they got to eat. But they only left $2. Now they each had something to drink and they had something to eat. $2?
$1 for each person.
Apparently. Caroline, Granny said there's so much going on in the world, spiritual world. Yes. I agree. We all need to lift up our prayers for all these different situations that are going on. So I do agree with you on that. The okay, Rezzy, you have 2 dogs and you're doing a camper. Well, my daughter wants to do an old camper and travel around the United States like Lori's daughter did. But yeah, we'll see what she's gonna do. You never know.
She'll have to learn how to drive.
Yeah, she's got to learn how to drive first and foremost. I'm gonna send her to Okie. He can teach her how to drive. Yeah, Hen, I think that it is absurd when if you're gonna go out to dinner, you need to go with the thought that you're gonna tip. And if you order according to what you want to be able to or have the ability to tip. Oh, well, I hope you're healing well from your surgery. Yeah, Jeff, the I don't know what the minimum wage of waitresses and waiters is now. And we live in kind of a resort community. So generally speaking, waiters and waitresses do quite well. But I just can't believe that those people only left $2. I was shocked. Thank you so much, Caroline. And thank you for all the praying you're doing. That, you know, the world as a whole needs it. My ramen noodles, really. I do like a good hot dog, but I want a chili dog. Pretty much, Carolina. If you can't tip, then you should just do drive-through or eat at home. Yeah, and people are so rude sometimes to their servers, which I don't get that either. You don't have to be rude to people. You don't have to be rude to the person checking you out. Well, Mike's Adventures, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. That is so kind of you. It's unnecessary, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
People are amazing.
You know, Resident, we've got some really nice campgrounds over here.
Lots of them.
One that I would say, if you want to be near the water, is in Brevard County. Check out their county campgrounds. Oh, did I miss somebody? You do have a pretty sticker next to your name, don't you? That's because you are a kind and caring soul who became a member of the channel.
Mental Raccoon Glass? Have we seen that one?
Well, he comes to visit, yes, but today is his first day back, shall we say.
Okay.
Mike is a sweetie, isn't he? Mental Raccoon. You know, and y'all, Mental does some really nice work if you like glass things.
Oh my.
Yeah, he does some beautiful stuff. I am always fascinated with the people who blow the glass and make things. I just think it's fascinating. Caroline, you
Oh,
have a wonderful night and thank you for all that you are doing.
going to Melbourne. How about that? Just north of
Okay,
us.
yeah, Melbourne. Okay, so Allie G lives in Merritt Island. Melbourne is next, and then there's me. So yeah, Jeff, we're all kind of addicted to YouTube and that's it. We could start our own. What would we call it, though, for our addiction to YouTube? Ask him to do a bat? You mean out of the glass? It would be cool to meet up sometime. Resident, we are in fact trying to figure out for a time frame, I believe in August, where Perlman and his beautiful wife are coming and get Allie in there and Scott in there and just have a whole YouTube festival, so to speak. The It's amazing. The community has grown so much, and the kindness that fills the community. Uh, and so, yeah, we need to support each other,
Wow.
and we need to make our connections more than just online. Yes, Dana, you come on down, sweetheart. I'll take the blankie off the Mustang and we'll go for a nice long ride.
Trying to think of a central place.
We can go straight up the coast. It'd be beautiful. We can stop and get a Slurpee. Oh yeah, Hen. Just the simple getting everything cleaned up to be able to get to the part where you plant the stuff. It's exhausting.
Especially when it tried to freeze everything. Oh, it did freeze everything.
What year is the Mustang? Oh, Lord.
2016.
2016, Mother says.
I think. No?
I don't think
no, it's newer than that.
It's newer than that. I don't know. It's black. And it's a GT, and it's a convertible. There's pictures of it on my channel. I don't know what year my Explorer is. I don't know what year the truck, I don't know what year anything is. I had a guy come over here today wanting to know if I wanted to sell my jet ski. That's my plaything. I probably should have sold it as often as we ever take it out. Nicole, you can come. Just drive on down. Or fly. But I know you don't
fly right now.
Oh, Lord, no, I wouldn't want to fly right now. I'm kind of glad we are not going.
You could drive faster than you could fly now.
I'm kind of glad. I think that, all those people who are stuck in the airports and stuff right now, that'd be horrible. Oh, I don't mind flying. Don't mind flying at all, resident.
I love it.
What do you want me to call you? Yeah, and things, ever so often, you'll have spouts of a week, a day, a month, what have you, that just seem to be the craziest things going on. And you just step back and take your 3 cleansing breaths and forge forward. Well, I'll just call you Rev. How about that? The when you get so much work piled up on you that it can be a little bit overwhelming. See, I do have, thank goodness, I have the ability to just kind of putz along with our whatever I'm doing. I don't have a time frame or a schedule. Yeah, Allie, I've done committed you to meeting up with me and the Rev for a little get together, a YouTube reunion, so to speak.
The first reunion.
Allie and I don't live that far apart, but she's been a busy woman of late. Well, see, Hen's very busy. Sometimes, and sometimes now our feeds don't go super duper fast. But have you ever been on somebody's live and it's so fast you can't even read it? Or maybe I'm just a slow reader, which I know I am a slow reader. But sometimes some people's things just go so fast it just zips by, and you're like, "Oh mercy, I don't know. I just don't know." So, I'm glad. I'm kind of glad that ours is slow enough that we can see what's going on, But that's just me. Uh, I'm gonna say it again in case anybody missed it. Thursday, which is the 19th, we're gonna go on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard to do our little book club about Miss Julia Takes Over. And even if you have not read the book or not listened to Mother read the book, which it's all on a playlist, uh, if you want to, you can catch up or just randomly listen a little bit here and there. You don't have to have read the book in order to participate. It'll be fine. You'll be lovely. It will be wonderful. And bring your little beverage and whatever little snack you want to have, cause it's a book club, and book clubs are relaxed. This is relaxed. Uh, I'm not sleeping. I've seen some people who do lives and they're sleeping. Have y'all seen those?
Well, people I wouldn't be interested
no,
in it.
I would not. I don't. I don't understand it. Thursday at 8. Yes, Real Outdoor Living. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, and like I say, you don't have to. You don't have to have listened to the book that Mother, she did it, or read it yourself. We'll get you there. It'll work out just fine. Um, yes, I don't think that the Zooming chats are particularly fun, and quite honestly, for the person who's doing it, it's hard to keep up. Well, see, that's my husband. He would be the most boring person on the planet. Nobody wants to see him fart and drool and snore. I'm sure I look very angelic when I sleep. I'm positive of it. But him, nobody wants to watch him sleep.
I don't want nobody watching me to sleep either.
That's true. But can you imagine? Can you imagine somebody just sitting there watching you sleep on the TV?
I used to talk in my sleep. Emma does.
Oh yeah, my granddaughter, she talks in her sleep. And she don't make a whole lot of sense, but it's kind of course, I'm her grandmother. I'm gonna think it's cute. Yeah, I love spring, and some of my hen is so happy that spring is almost here. I do wonder how much snow everybody's been getting, and how long it's gonna take for it to all melt away. Cause obviously there's very few things you can plant while it's still snowing. In fact, my husband and I were talking about it. The fact that, the acreage up there in Ohio and when they're going to plant and this and that, because he likes to go up there during that time frame. And I'm like, well, they ain't going to do it anytime soon.
Okay, hen house is Jen.
I saw on Sally's live, she was talking about her map that she's got, where she's got little things so she knows where everybody's at. I think that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind doing that myself. Oh, you're seeding your vegetables? I've got most of my stuff is already up. There's a few things that I'm going to be planting.
Replant.
Experimental that we're going to be doing. And there's some stuff that the bunnies, as Mother said, have eaten and I've got to redo. Yeah, we'll be back up into the 70s and 80s probably by the end of the week. Oh, there goes my husband and my dog. They're either going out to the bathroom or to go get something to eat, or maybe
both.
Yeah, hen. I'm not trying to pry, but where are you located? I'm on the east coast of Florida, kind of in the middle, but closer to the south part. So, Oh, yes, Max or Doodle. Hey, Max, come here. Let's see if we can get him to come up here and say hi to y'all. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Because he can't. His daddy might be getting
he said, oh, goodness gracious. He said, now his daddy might be getting something to eat. He's got to go check that out.
Central West. Okay, somewhere around Sarasota, maybe.
Oh, Ohio Valley, how you doing? How's Reba doing in that snow? And how's your wife feeling? You see how brief he was, Nicole. How briefly Max comes in.
Okay.
He, food.
You had to go to the kitchen.
Somebody, unwrap some cheese or rattle a bag, he's gone. We're in Indian River County, Rev, if you know. And Allie's in Brevard County. I hope you are taking photos of Reba with the snow, because that's adorable. We love that.
OVP's okay. Ms.
Allie, I won't watch you sleep, honey. In fact, if we ever have to be in a hotel room together, I'll put one of them little sleep masks on so I won't even see you, and I'll put earplugs in so I don't have to hear you either. That's how I do it. Oh, yeah, Mother and I hang out every night. Well, we hang out all the time anyway. But,
we'll have to go see that short of Reba.
Oh, okay, I'll have to go check little old Reba out today. My mother, I don't know if you know this, my mother is 87, and she retired in October of last year. She worked for 75 years, the majority of that in the citrus industry. And so she is acclimating to the retirement world. And I must say, she's got the lazy part down real good.
It didn't take me long to get there.
No, she got that real fast. Oh yeah, I don't like the snoring thing. I don't like it at all. But it is what it is. Jeff, thank you very much, and we'll see you Thursday. Well, what kind of camper is it? Now, Rev, okay, Real Outdoor Living has turned a bus into a camper. And that's what they go to their property in West Virginia in their camper bus. So you might get some good ideas from them if you haven't ever watched them. Jeff, Max said good night. Okay, a Class C, so it's a driving
That's a big
one.
size.
Yeah, that's good. We don't camp a lot, but I do enjoy it when we do. And the grandbaby, well, my grandbaby, she's 7, and her grandpa picked it out, and the main contingency for her was that it had to have bunk beds. Okay, that sounds nice, Rev. That sounds very nice.
Minty Cactus just showed
Well,
up.
that sounds absolutely delicious, Minty Cactus. Your corned beef and cabbage. I forgot to buy corned beef. I'm going to buy it when it goes on sale. But thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. It sounds rather delicious, to be honest. And I like mine with a little side of cornbread.
I love cornbread.
I want to, well, okay, so it's the last week of March and the first week of April. So, they collide. Is our spring break here. So, the grandbaby wants to go do a lazy river. So, Grandpa has taken care of that. Oh, you used your crock pot. See, I didn't even think about it. It just... So, yeah. My husband had to make grilled pork chops, which they were delicious. They were lovely. And I must tell you, Mint Cactus, while you're on here real quick, we got these National Geographic, what are they called, them little rocks, these little rocks, and you hammer them.
Geodes.
Little geodes, for my granddaughter. And she's having the best time with that. And we put them in a sock and let her hammer because we don't want it getting everywhere, But she's having the best time with that.
Well, that Jen must be really clever with all that redoing the camper.
Oh, you're rewiring, slightly changing the design to suit you better. That's a good idea because sometimes some of these campers are not laid out very practical. And Rev, if you go and look, Real Outdoor Living has done a lot of work on theirs. Oh, you're having Little Caesars? My granddaughter likes Little Caesars. Yeah, I completely forgot about it too. Real Outdoor. I would think that this is Krista that I'm talking to. I totally forgot. Yes, rocks are awesome, always. I agree. And now don't laugh, you're going to laugh at it. But I buy bags of rocks at like Home Depot and those kind of places. And sometimes we paint rocks, and sometimes we just arrange them in pretty little designs. But we don't have a lot of rocks. We have seashells, but we don't have a lot of rocks.
Remember when they had that fad where they're painting the rocks and leaving them places for people to find?
They have a rock snake, is what they call it, at one of the parks where they paint and they're putting the rocks down and it makes a long snake at one of the local parks, which I think is a good idea. Minty, thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. Yeah, CL, I think that those kind of kits, the National Geographic has all kinds of little kits. We did dig up the shark out of this big, I don't know what it was, like plaster of Paris, I guess it was,
Mm-hmm.
and you chip away and chip away and chip away, and she got her hammerhead
Being
shark and her great
archaeologist.
white shark, little archaeologist, yes. I love getting her stuff that is kind of, well, it keeps her busy. Her hands busy, her little mind busy, and that she actually is going to learn something from. Oh, that's sweet. We paint rocks and leave them in different little areas. Yes, there is a rock painting club, and well, now you couldn't ship rocks. Good Lord, that'd cost you a fortune. But every once in a while you'll find one that somebody has painted and left a little message on or something, like at the gas station or at a park or even at a restaurant or something. It's kind of neat.
You got a request there?
I need to do a cover with you. Oh, sure, we could do that. That'd be fun, Hen. I do I have a dehydrator, I have a freeze dryer, and I do some canning. And I've got books on all of it, but a lot of it is just kind of common sense. Oh, that's very sweet of you to buy his rocks. Real Outdoor Living, that's very sweet. It gives him a sense of purpose and a sense of worth. That's a good thing. Hen, you can master it. You will it now the books will tell you one thing, but the truth of the matter is the Amish and my great great grandmother did it a different way. And so some of the stuff you go, maybe not, and some of it's a hard line that you do have to do it that way. Oh, that'd be fine. I'm trying to think how you can get my. Do you have Real Outdoor Living's email? Because she knows how to get a hold of me. Hold on a minute, please. Oh, okay. All right. This is my son. We had pork chops.
And there's leftovers.
Yeah. No, there's some leftover. Okay. Love you. All right, bye. That was my son. The one who we said, why isn't he home from work yet? So I had to answer. He's fine. He wanted to know if there was any food here for him to eat when he got home. Oh yeah, I think that my grandmother and my great grandmother, all were yes, Sweet Child of Mine. That's my boy's ringtone. I'll probably get snagged on it for on YouTube now. But at any rate, yeah, I've got ringtones for different people. That way I know, if it's my daughter, my mother, my husband, or my son, you got to get to the phone because it could be something. But Hen, I love the fact that there's a resurgence, so to speak, of people preserving their own food, growing their own food, getting back to things that were, oh, okay. Thank you, Krista. See, you're so smart. Getting back to things that are, that our great grandparents or great great grandparents or what have you did. Oh dear Gussie, you left the girls out? Merciful heavens. Yeah, ours are in bed asleep. Talk to you later, Hen. Be safe. So you have Darth Vader ringtone? That's cute. I've got, and like a dear friend of mine who Carol, who she's been on here a couple of times. Anyway, we've been friends forever. Well, she's Wild Thing. And on my husband, it's Hello Darling by Conway Twitty.
Night, hen.
Now, be safe out there getting them hens all together. Okay, so the Friends theme song, I like that one too. I think it's kind of neat to have different. Now, sometimes when you're out in public and it goes off, it could be a little embarrassing, but for the most part, it's kind of just a clever little way to know that it is somebody that you need to get up and tend to. Because I don't keep my phone next to me all the time. Maybe I should, but I don't. And Mama sure does. Good Lord, hers is probably in the bathroom plugged up right now.
It is.
See, it is. Well, Rev, see, I kind of customize my ringtones to my people. And you know, some of them you have to pay for, but some of them you don't have to pay for. I used to have Here's a Quarter Call Somebody One Who Cares by Travis Tritt. Used to be Radar's Bush Camp. But I lost it. I don't know how. It just went off of it. I don't know what happened. Yeah. Real Outdoor Living, I agree with you. I don't get embarrassed. I don't get... But, well, it's not that I get embarrassed. I don't get embarrassed, but my husband gets embarrassed. He is the most worry-warty person about, well, what would somebody think? I'm not saying I don't care what people think, but it's not going to influence. I'm not going to go into a church and be nasty. I'm not going to go, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't do things to purposely embarrass myself or my family or anybody else. If you get embarrassed, maybe it's your issue, not mine. Well, let me think.
How great thou art.
Well, maybe Amazing Grace. I like that one. That's a good one. There's a lot of good hymns I like. But I like the older spiritual music versus some of the stuff that they have now. However, I'm very, very happy to hear that there is music that is drawing in the youth into
that's a good
where
one.
it needs to be. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Dolly Parton. You know, I heard the other day the "I Will Always Love You," and it was 3 women. It was a mother and 2 daughters. Oh my word! It was wonderful. It was almost, if not equal to, Whitney Houston's version. I saw it somewhere on the YouTube. I have never seen Stella or Dolly. I've never seen them in person. I haven't seen as many people as my husband has seen. He's seen, but his is all like metal music. And anymore, it costs so much to go to a concert that I just don't do it. I just don't do it anymore. Not to say I don't like music. I love music. Music can ignite all kinds of feelings within us, and it can calm us or get us all riled up or all kinds of things. Well, Reb, maybe she can only kiss 1 or 2, and then her husband gets mad. Because if she goes smooching on a whole mess of people, he might not like that. So she can do like a promotionary 1 or 2 kisses, but that's it. That could be. You never know. You never know. And quite honestly, you might not want her kissing on you. She might have something that you would catch. Not something horrible, but just a common cold. You might not want that. The is any, oh, you were young. Oh, I was a long time ago when I was young. The I'm 63 in case anybody was curious or forgot. The rest of our week, okay, so we've got book club on Thursday, and then on Saturday, Vanessa, hey, how you doing, sweetheart? And thank you so much for joining us and for joining my little channel thing. It's very exciting, don't you think? Peace, hello, and Lord have mercy, peace. That snow just kept on coming down and coming down and coming down, didn't it? The okay, so I saw the on the, I guess it was on yours, that about the New York and the smoke and stuff, and I'm like, well, what's going on? So I go to the news, you know, on the TV. They didn't know squat. They didn't say a word about it. I was like, well, I got to go back and find out what's going on. That one outdoor kid, hello and welcome. It is very exciting, Vanessa. And shocking too. For anybody who doesn't know, I became monetized. Woohoo! Horns and whistles. That one outdoor kid, Radar is at home being a bum. He's being a lazy bum. That's all there is to it. But I talk to him about twice a week, so in fact, I sent him a text earlier today about a movie he ought to watch. He was getting all upset because turkey season has opened up here, but it hasn't that where in Idaho where he's at. I don't turkey hunt. Well, now those special little. See, I'm learning all kinds of stuff tonight, y'all. You do know this because this is all extraordinarily new to me. Radar is a nice person. He can drive you crazy. I mean, I can say this because he's mine, you know, but he can drive you crazy. Well, show and tell, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. I've got to figure out what kind of celebratory thing we're going to do to what's the word? Celebrate, mark the day, what have you, for the monetization. I'm still thinking on it. I kind of like those little, I've seen them ducks and horse races and all that. That's like a raffle. I like that. I think that might be it, but I just don't know yet. Oh, how I still don't know.
That's the word.
That's the word. Commemorate. See, it's nice to have smart friends. Oh, how I really don't know what you do. I mean, I know you go to work, but I don't know what you do at work. My husband fixes things, and my mother was like an accountant type person. I know that you used to be in the gambling world. You worked at a casino. Not that you were a gambler. You're not Kenny Rogers. Oh, yes. Well, okay. So this is the thing. Mason. She asked, when am I going to put my critter cam out? Well, this is the thing. I've got to figure out exactly where, because I only have one. We have one. And right now it's on the chickens. And so I've got to figure out where is going to be the best location to put it to catch them little critters getting at my garden. So far, oh, you're a machinist. Okay, interesting. That's very interesting. Uh, but I've got to figure out where to put them. Now, we bought these plants that they said, oh, the bunnies don't like them. The bunnies ate them. Uh, oh dear Lord, you mean it was 100 today? Listen,
where?
Well, she lives on Arizona, right? You live in Arizona? Yeah, she lives in Arizona. I would want to move too, because if it's that hot and it's only March, yeah, Arizona. I was right. I'll tell you what happens is I get confused if you live in Arizona or New Mexico, because my cousin lives in New Mexico. So that was my hesitation there. But yeah, no, I don't think I could live in that. I know I couldn't live in like Las Vegas, because I went there once. Now,
oh Lord,
Ohio lived in Vegas for like 18 years or something like that. But the only time I could breathe properly was when I was in the shower. Oh, Rev, see, I just can't. I can't. It's the dry. I can take the heat, and people laugh all the time about this. And my husband used to say it too. If it's 100, it's 100. It doesn't matter where you're at. Well, now he knows. No, there is a difference. There is a difference of a dry 100, a wet, a humid 100. The same thing with a dry 30 degrees or a wet 30 degrees. There is a difference. See, I knew you were there a long time, Ohio. And now the desert was beautiful at night, and the stars and all that stuff was lovely out there. But I didn't like the traffic, and I did not like that not being able to breathe. Now, Lake Mead was beautiful. We went out on a boat and we did all that, and that was lovely. And then of course, oh God, I always forget it, and you always have to tell me what it is. But when we went up into the little mountainy area, to the little it wasn't really a village, but it had a really neat little Swedish looking restaurant type place. That was cool. That was right outside of Las Vegas, which is probably not outside of Las Vegas anymore because it has grown leaps and bounds. But no, okay, so Vanessa says if you lived here all your life and spent your time outside, you develop leather skin. It's a real thing. Oh, well, see, I can believe that it would be. And you've seen those people who really do look like they have leather skin. And I can imagine that it would be the truth. Oh, Ohio Valley, I can imagine that if you live there, if you are a resident of Las Vegas, that you wouldn't even go near the Strip, and you would just kind of live in your own little community, so to speak. You wouldn't go near all that mess. It's like us. I mean, we don't go to Disney World. I mean, I've been there, but I'll go once in a while if I have to, if I absolutely have to. But you just kind of stay away from the tourist spots. Same thing with restaurants here. I don't go to the tourist restaurants. Well, Vanessa, I do have to say I do look forward to spring here. I love spring here. Fall is nice because you just are so happy that you're getting a little reprieve from the heat. But as far as the leaves and stuff, no, that you don't see any of that. would think it'd be really hard to ever grow anything. Oh yeah, 110 degrees, zero humidity. Well, it might would see. I wouldn't know what to do with no sweating. In fact, I was out there the other day and I was just drippy. I was just purely drippy. Yes, Ohio, I wouldn't think that you would go, you'd just go straight to work and come home. And that's kind of sort of what happens here. Uh, you just, there's just lovely little community type shopping section in Melbourne, Florida. And it's really cute. But I don't go there because it's all full of tourists, and it's all full of um, you can't even go into the restaurants, nothing, the stores, the restaurant, whatever. And then we have Ron John's Surf Shop, which that's a whole another big old ball of wax. So yeah, there's certain places you just don't even bother to go because it's going to be full of tourists. I don't mind being drippy, and I probably could live in Arizona if I had a pool, maybe. Yes, Vanessa, please do text me the details. I like to know what's going on, not just because I'm nosy, but because I care, and I like to be able to um, put you on my prayer list and put you on Mama's prayer list and my big time prayer warriors, so to speak. Oh, CL, the snowbirds. I can't wait for them snowbirds to vacate and go back. Usually we have the big exodus, so to speak, of them leaving. What on God green earth? My TV's acting up. The exodus of them all leaving happens right after Easter, and then they come back right before Thanksgiving. Uh, but yeah, I just you honest to Pete, you can't go to a decent restaurant uh, a lot of nights because they're here and the driving is horrid, and this remote is not working right. I've got to get the other remote. Hold one moment, please. Where did he put it? Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know where he put it. It's kind of sad when you have to have two remotes, and he always gives me the one that don't work right. I'm still here. Don't think I pulled a Daniel on y'all. I did. I'm sorry. But anyway, he takes the good remote and leaves me the chintzy remote, which I hate, but it is what it is. Oh, they're horrible drivers. Now and I don't like it at all when they say something to me like, and I've had this happen a lot, where they'll say to me, well, nobody's actually from Florida. Yes, I am from Florida. My mama's from Florida. My grandma was from Florida. My great grandma was from Florida. 5 generations. Yeah, our fuel bill is quite extensive. Um, but the simple truth of it is, the fuel costs have fluctuated back and forth and back and forth for a number of years. and it will continue to always do it. I try to keep my gas tank full all the time. Um, if it gets down just a smidgen, I put it back in there. Uh, well, between uh, yeah, I have to say, Vanessa, I've not heard of very many people who were born in Arizona, but I know people are born in Arizona. So I wouldn't just randomly say, oh, nobody's from Arizona. Yeah, they are. You know, but the gas prices, I'm amazed at how much they can fluctuate, literally, from one end of our county to the other. And there could be 20 cent change in the per gallon. Um, I think we're still cheaper than some of the English European countries. Oh dear, MacDill. MacDill base has elevated to a Charlie due to the incident that occurred yesterday. I'll have to ask my sister about that, her and her husband, because they both retired out of MacDill and still have friends that are there. Okay, so you were born in Ohio. Where in Ohio? My husband is from Ohio, and we go to Ohio frequently. Um, oh, Vanessa, ours is not that much. I don't know how much it was. I didn't buy gas this week. My husband filled up my car. Yeah, Ohio. I heard you say that about that guy that ran into the White House gates. Well, I'll tell y'all a little something. Uh, the guys that trained and flew into the World Trade Center, okay, for 9/11, they lived and trained here where I live. And my father was a deputy at the time, and they had to go to their homes and do all this and stuff. That's some spooky stuff. It was horrible. Oh, a suspicious package, Vanessa, was it? Well, oh yeah, my brother-in-law will definitely be able to get me a little information on that. Okay, so gas was only $2 there? See, Rev, my children were both born at Dover Air Force Base, but I brought my son here, and he was like 3 weeks old. My daughter was 3 years old, but because my husband at the time was stationed at Dover Air Force Base. Yeah, Rev, I don't think ours is up to $4 a gallon yet.
No.
The flight safety was the one that the 9/11 people did out of Vero Beach, Florida. Um, okay, now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I know there's 7 of you in here, but I see a lot of people have merchandise. You know, little shirts or hats or little bags or what have you, with their logos and so forth on them. And I think it's kind of cute for some of them. I think it's very nice. But is this something that people actually will purchase? Because I don't want to go to the trouble or hawk a bunch of stuff that nobody wants to buy. You know what I mean? So give me your information on that. Tell me your opinion. You don't have to tell me on here. You can send it to me on email or what have you. yes, it's very interesting to me that there's not more red flags flying that people realizing, red flags flying. Well, you could have merchandise with Reba on it. Stickers I like. I like stickers. I think they're cute. Ohio, you said y'all went to one of those puppy places up there. How come you didn't let your wife get another puppy? I'm sure she wanted a puppy. I do not want another puppy. I like to go play with puppies. And Nicole has some adorable puppies right now. But I don't want another dog. Yeah, Rev, they do kind of run the gas prices up, and they'd always run them up during spring break. You know that. I think that a lot, CL, I agree. A lot of the stuff is really interesting, and I like seeing it and so forth. But my word, you'd be in the poorhouse if you tried to support everyone. It's kind of like the um, $2,000 for a puppy. See, there are people who actually pay that much money for a puppy. I know this because I have friends who have done so. And I'm looking at them like, have you lost your mind? Nicole, you got a lot of little dogs at your house. And you know that one that snuggles up next to you all the time. Mm-hmm. That one's trying hard to stay there with you. Well, the stickers are overpriced to have made. So, of course, then they're overpriced when somebody tries to sell them. Oh, Red, I have a cousin who paid $20,000 for a dog. And it is a specially trained dog. It is trained to alert them when one of their three boys, they all three have Tourette's, and the oldest had it really, really bad. And the dog can sense when he would start to have a reaction. And since them getting that dog, all three of their children have not had another episode. So I think it was well worth their money.
It was to them.
Well, of course it was to them because it was horrible watching them have those episodes. Absolutely
well,
horrible.
The oldest one they thought was going to die.
Oh, yes. We just had a big old conversation here at our house about printers, CL. CL, the reason she's trying to get her Canon printer to work is because it can print on sticker sheets. Um, she does not want to give her artwork to a third party, which I completely and totally understand. Um, yeah, maybe later on down the road, Vanessa, something like that would be. But I just well, and I understand, shipping's not free. So if you get something that you want to purchase, well, you have to include the shipping cost. Well, sometimes the shipping's more than what the item was, which is absurd. Okay, so you got Reba for free. Well, she's worth $5,000, but I would not be my $5,000. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you got her for free. Ours was not free, but he was not in the $1,000 marks either. Um, but if and I understand people have a hissy fit because you need to get a rescue dog and all this, and yes, that's lovely, that's wonderful. Rescue dogs are fabulous. I love them. Mutts are wonderful. I love them. But I wanted a Labrador Retriever, and I wanted a black Labrador Retriever. So
and you
that's
wanted
what
to
I
have
got.
papers.
Oh no, CL, we don't want anybody stealing your artwork. Yeah, and that's one of the things with the whole industry of um, stealing your image, your voice, your and they just do, and it's terrible. Now, not that anybody wants to steal my image, but it's terrible that they have that ability and that they do it and nothing happens. You know, a normal person can't take them to court. You know, what we can't afford that. But I'm glad that you have figured out a way that you will be able to um, use your art and make something. Okay, a miniature dachshund. Dachshunds are cute. But you know, they have a hard time, especially a miniature, would have a hard time. You're going to have to get a little ramp for it to jump up and sit next to you. If you let your animal sit next to you. My dog sits next to me. He sits on the furniture.
Well, he sleeps with you.
He sleeps with me. He sleeps on top of me. It's so funny because he truly does sleep on top of me. And my husband, when he gets up in the morning to get up to go to work, and the dog gets up, I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh, I can spread out.
Chihuahua walking a pibble.
Well, that sounds cute.
What's a pibble?
Mama wants to know what a pibble is. Vanessa, you have a great day. And yes, text me sometime and let me know what's going on. I pick up the grandbaby tomorrow. Who would get her for 6 days this month or this week because of my son's birthday? Oh, a pit bull. Okay. And your pit bull and your chihuahua get along all right? That's cute. That is funny. That is too funny. I have had a white German Shepherd. I have had an Irish Setter. I had Springer Spaniel. I've had a Basset Hound and a number of Labrador Retrievers. And Labrador Retrievers are my personal favorite dog. And if I could have found a rescue Labrador Retriever puppy, I would have. But you ain't going to find those. Oh, that's nice. That's nice that you were able to get a rescue. That is a good thing. Yes, we got, see, when we got our Basset Hound, Ladybug, now she was full grown, but she was very young. She might have been 1. We got her for free because the little old lady that had her just couldn't take care of her anymore. So when we got her, she was not trained at all. But sweet Ladybug was a sweet
Tell them
dog.
About the peas.
Oh yes. Okay, so we are not one of those people who don't give our dog leftovers. We give our dog leftovers. And that Basset Hound could, if you put peas in her bowl, she could eat all of the food around it. Even if it had gravy on it and everything. She could eat all of the food in that bowl but leave the peas. That dog hated peas. She never would eat the peas. Oh, that's very nice. You got picked of the litter. When we got Max is from North Florida, and so my cousin and her husband went to look at the litter of puppies and pick the one out that would be best suited for us. Uh, and so that's how we got ours. Well, see, yeah, our ladybug was like that, completely untrained, and had been she wasn't abused. Ladybug wasn't abused, but
Ignored.
she was neglected, I guess is the word. And so when she got us, and this was before I had children, but I was a stay-at-home person. Um, she was in hog heaven. She was just tickle pink, and I had her and the German Shepherd at the same time, and it was the funniest thing because they were just little buddies and just happy as clams, just happy as clams. But so I like dogs, and I like cats too. But my son has a cat. Uh, for anybody who doesn't know, my son lives here, and my granddaughter lives here on the days, obviously, that he has her. Oh, she didn't know what to do with a bone. Oh, that is so funny. I guess she finally figured out that she was supposed to gnaw on that bone. My dog's been gnawing on antler all day today. And I tell you what, if you step on that thing, it hurts. Some of his bones do hurt. Oh, that is so funny. I have seen dogs that thought they were cats and cats that thought they were dogs. And birds that I don't know what they thought they were because they just acted all kind of crazy ways. I've never been one to want a bird, but we did have a really beautiful bird cage. We kept it out on the porch, and we had little finches, and we had two little finches, and they were so cute. And they laid eggs. So then we had four finches. Do you know a black snake came on my porch, wiggled through the cage wires, okay, and got in there and ate all my birds, and then was so fat couldn't get back out of the cage. I was not happy about that. Oh, healers are funny dogs. Little high energy for me. JB, finches are adorable. Finches are adorable. Needless to say, CL, I did not get any more birds. And we've had pet bunnies before too. Yeah, Red, that way too much energy for me. I like a lazy dog.
Hello.
Welcome home, son.
Jackson, I couldn't find Freya any food.
Yeah, I know, because we're all out.
Oh, okay.
But the I don't want an animal that's got that much energy. I just
Good night, everybody.
Mama's saying good night. I like the what are those little painted buntings that we get out in our yard? They're adorable. They are so pretty. Well, that was pretty, Mother.
Excuse me.
I've added more fairy lights to the front. I've got to take a picture of it sometime soon. Put it on the YouTube, don't you know?
They're very pretty.
Okay, so Mama's going to bed, and now don't forget, y'all. It doesn't really matter if you haven't read the book. We'll go over the book. But if you want to read it, that's fine. If you can't read it and you just want to listen to it, that's fine too. It's Miss Julia Takes Over. Okay. The libraries have it. But we will be doing our book club review and chit chat about the book on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just making sure everybody knows. Yeah, I enjoy our kitties. I really do. Uh, I don't want to get another dog because it limits my ability to be able to travel. Uh, and right now, if we go somewhere, either my son or my mother have to watch the dog. Uh, and if like the weekend that we're taking my granddaughter, mom would like to go, and of course her daddy wants to go. Um, and but somebody has to stay home. So mother's gonna stay home, and my son and my granddaughter and my husband and I are gonna go do the lazy river. Not that mother would do the lazy river, she would not. Um, she does not know how to swim. But I Rev, you're gonna travel with your dogs. My sister travels with her dogs or her dog. Um, I'm excited about it too, Mason. I'm excited that we get to chit chat about Miss Julia. The but I don't want the responsibility of a dog, and I like to be able to fly. And quite honestly, my dog would never be able to fly. Um, and then the other part of it is, as I get older, I'm not sure I would be able to walk a dog very consistently. And I know I don't want to be out there picking up dog the older I get. Yes, Mason, cats can be left for a weekend or so. Um, how I bet Reba's a little dog, and I bet Reba was just a huge hit at Bug Out Weekend last year. Are you going this year and taking Reba? That would be my mother playing in the ice, making racket.
Well, you want ice?
I have flown with a kitty cat before. And that was fine. But I don't want to fly with a giant dog. Oh, okay. I know Rural had talked about there being one up near Dayton at some point. This was late last year, I guess, that he was talking about it. Ohio. Uh, we're talking about a bug out weekend. When I took my cat on the airplane, she was in one of them little carriers and had to sit under the seat. And there was a small child, a little boy, who was flying by himself. And his mother had put him on the plane, and his father was taking him off the plane. And he was so nervous. And I was glad he was sitting next to me because I was able to just chit chat. Southern Dave, hello. I was able just to chit chat, with the little child. And when I let him put his little hand inside of the carrier and just, the cat didn't care one way or the other, and just pet the kitty cat, it helped to relieve some of his anxiety. So I was pleased that worked. Southern Dave, where are you at? If you don't want to tell me, I understand. That's perfectly fine. I will tell you, I am in Sebastian, Florida. That's on the east coast of Florida. North Carolina. Alrighty. Been through North Carolina many a time. Spent quite a few nights in North Carolina. Had a friend of mine who had a second home, I guess, cabin. It was kind of a fancy cabin, if you want to know the truth, near Asheville. This was many years ago. But very pretty area. Very, very pretty area. So yeah, now, Rev, are you a prepper type person? I notice you all know each other. Oh, so it's a trained service dog. Now, my dog is not a trained service dog. My dog is just a dog. Oh, Reba is going to have her passport all filled out. Going to Asheville, going to Texas. Okay, Rev, I do a little bit of prepping myself. Um, Maybe not as hardcore as I should, but I do retain a great deal of knowledge and ability, if you want to know the truth. I love Texas. God bless Texas. Well, in truth, if I ever won one of them giant lotteries, it'd probably be Texas that I'd go live in. Okay, Reb. Yeah, sometimes when you have surgeries, you're kind of out of the loop for quite some time until your body completely heals. Okay, so you live in a high class town. Well, Lawndale, North Carolina. Dave, don't laugh. The little town that my husband grew up in Ohio, they still don't have a light. They don't have a light. They got a church. They don't have, well, they kind of sort of have a store. They've got oh Lord, what is the name of it? It's a little it's smaller than a 7-Eleven store. And the lady that runs it lives next door to it. So if you go and she's not there, you just go next door and tell her that you want to buy some bread, and she comes and opens the door for you to buy the bread. No Dollar General. No nothing. Reb, your camper will be there when you heal. Oh, so you have 5 churches. Well, the town that's because it's a southern place. We always have lots of churches. The place, he grew up in, it's a little tiny town. It's called Fort Jennings, Ohio. And it's little. There is a restaurant, but it's got some wacky hours. And then the funniest part to me is like there's 3 different ways to get to town from our place, okay? On these wacky little roads. Well, for the first few years, he would go a different direction every single time to confuse me, you know. And but now I've got it all figured out now. But yeah, the school that is there is kindergarten through 12th grade. They don't have a football team. Rev, you have a blessed night and get some rest. I did not see you eating chicken. I'll have to go back and look. Let me write that down, make sure I go back and look. I try to keep up with what you and your beautiful wife and your little sweet dogs are doing. But sometimes I do watch. It does ring a bell, though, now when you put out a new video. I'm writing this down, so I'll go look. Ohio eating chicken. That's what I'm writing. I told my husband that you ate there. He said, was it good? I said, well, I think he liked it. He seems to say he did. I like their noodles. What we're talking about, for anybody who isn't reading all this, is Ohio Valley went to Miss Yoder's, which is in Ohio, and it's a restaurant, and it's Amish people, and it is absolutely divine. I live in Florida, and OVP lives in Ohio. Yeah. Well, now, I thought I watched the whole thing. I'll have to go back and check. It could have been while I was cooking dinner. Because sometimes I let it run and just listen to you. It's funny. People get kind of offended sometimes if you don't completely pay attention to every single thing. But I know you don't do that. But it's like you cannot pay attention to every single solitary video and every single solitary live and every single solitary thing. You try your best and you try to pay attention and you try to get the, but it can be a little much. But I will go back and check. They did make excellent fried chicken. What did you have for dessert? I do like a nice dessert. The world is going to hell in a handbasket. Is that just now that the active shooters in New Mexico? Oh, cherry pie, that's a nice one. My husband just eats the middle out of the cherry pie. He don't eat the crust. Oh my goodness! Well, we got to send up prayers for our military force. That's for sure. Goodness gracious! What is the world coming to? Really, honest to Pete. Well, I suppose I ought to go get my son something to eat.
Yeah.
Well, I can fix you something to eat if you want me to. I can scramble you some eggs.
Yeah, they already started.
Oh, okay. Well, you're good then. You're good. Well, Ohio, I will let you know when we head that direction. We were thinking about coming up for spring break, and then my husband said, "No, let's go up later in the when like June, because we can spend more time up there." Yes, Dave, I fully, completely understand that, and I do not blame you at all, not one iota. And even for those who can't do that, people need to be more aware of their surroundings, because quite honestly, you don't know where it's going to pop up. You don't know what's going to happen. So being aware of your surroundings and looking at suspicious activities and all those things, yeah. Oh, that's nice that you're allowed to do that at work. That's very good. That's very good. As long as people know how and what to do. That I don't know what is talking to me. I think it's Mother's tablet, her Kindle. Did y'all hear that? Technology. But as long as people are aware and have learned and know what they're supposed to do and what not to do, I don't have a problem with it in the world. But now, just willy-nilly, that I have a little bit of a problem with. But, all right, y'all, I'm going to go. And I appreciate the fact that you all have stuck with me for so long. I appreciate the people who have done the memberships and all these different kind, generous folks. Y'all have all been a wonderful community, and I'm so appreciative of it. Southern Dave, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. CL, get some rest, child. You got work to do. And I will see you all on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And who knows, I may pop in sometime, some other time. You never know. But I appreciate you, each and every one, and thank you. Good night.